NXT got brought back to reality with a bang, a big bang, and no, they didn't get help for the Big Bang Theory, nor did they get help from the main roster talent as they lost nearly 250,000 viewers on their third show on the CW network, and now we're going to see who's responsible for it. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and not a good week for NXT. As we know, the first couple of weeks, you had CM Punk, you had The Miz, you had Randy Orton, you had Jey Uso, you had quite a lot of people from the main roster. This week, you had nobody from the main roster, and NXT really struggled. It did 639,000 viewers. It still beat AEW marginally, but I mean, at this point, you can't really brag about beating AEW because the AEW numbers are so fucking low that it doesn't mean anything. This is a bad rating for NXT. I don't care who wants to spin it. I don't care who is pro WWE and wants to pretend that this is good. I mean, this is not good. WWE were hoping for 1 million viewers on CW, and only 3 weeks in, they're at 693, and who's to say it won't get worse than this? So yeah, just very disappointing. We've seen though that the numbers that WWE want, AEW want, they just can't get them anymore. Even 5 years ago, when SmackDown was on Fox, they were hoping to do 3 million every week, 4 million, and they never got that, and they never got near that, to be honest. I think we had 2 shows that might have been over 3 million. Everything else, was miles off it. You look at NXT, the first 2 weeks, high 800s, that's pretty close, but that was with them packing out the shows, and if they couldn't get the 1 million that they were looking for with the likes of Punk and Orton on the show, then, I don't see how they're going to get close to 1 million without those guys. So, is what it is. We'll break it down now. Any thoughts?
The writing's on the wall. When you have, let's be honest, for NXT standards, 2 star-studded NXT shows. When you had the first one with Punk, obviously debut, title matches, all that stuff. Once they get 800,000, man, it would take something of mammoth proportions for them to get 1 million now. It's not going to happen. I thought moving to CW that they actually would consistently beat Dynamite. Because, if they're talking about getting 1 million, that means, all realistically, you can afford like a 300,000 swing. But the reality is now, we're already pretty low. We're at 639, and I would think that's probably going to go down. So I think Dynamite will probably beat NXT now. I think it'll be, a mix and match. Like, I'll beat you 1 week, I'll beat you the next week. But I honestly thought Dynamite was going to be snookered.
Well, that's what we all thought, but it clearly is not the case anymore. So let's just get into it then. Quarter 1, 8 o'clock to 8:15. We get Tony D'Angelo, Bafemi live angle. Then we got Aura Mensa and Lexi King backstage, 727,000 in viewership, 274,000 in key demo, and that was the highest quarter of the show.
Well, I'll tell you what, right? That absolutely sucked. Obafemi, next week there'll be no family. And one more thing, me Obafemi. Fuck off, Obafemi, man. You know what? I watched this show, I actually stayed up and watched this show, and it depressed me. I heard good things about NXT, 2 5 out of 10s in a row, and this guy appears, man, and just clinically depresses everybody. The guy can't talk, right? Does he look like something? Does he look like he could become a star? Maybe, right?
Is he worse than Gunther?
Well, on the mic,
Right.
I'd say he is worse than Gunther. Gunther's pish, but he's not as bad as this guy. This guy needs a mouthpiece. He does. But do you not feel like in this Triple H era we've almost... Like, who's got a mouthpiece?
Nobody. I think Triple H wants to get away with managers and stuff like that. Even like groups that have they don't do fuck all.
Yeah.
Like, look at the Street Profits. What is B-Fab with them for? Seriously.
No, I know.
Other than just to be in the background.
MVP can cry, but I don't think his thing being took off TV was due to racism. Like, I think it's just Triple H doing a revamp.
Nothing for you.
Pretty
much.
Look at Karrion Kross recently. When's Scarlett been with him?
I'm assuming Paul Ellering's the manager of that faction.
Wow, that faction's dead.
No, but I'm assuming what does he do? When does he ever cut a promo? When does he manage them? He's just fucking there. No, but this isn't really a Triple H thing, right? I'll be honest. I think managers have been a dying breed for a long time.
Oh, no, they have.
But at least we had some good ones. Alright, Paul Heyman's been the advocate, however, I'll give you that. And he was, Brock Lesnar's, manager. So, you give you Paul Heyman. Other than that, I mean, MVP, I guess, was managing Bobby Lashley for a bit. Not Lana was the manager of Rusev. I mean, you're pretty much after that though. That's about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Before that, I mean, Vicky Guerrero had a wee run as manager. I guess managing. Then she was more like a GM, wasn't she, rather than just a manager. But nah, I miss the days when people actually had managers and the manager managed. But like they've done away with that.
No, they have, but I mean, to wrap this up, this guy sucks, right? Just do not give him a mic. It's so monotone and it's fucking garbage, man.
Garbage, right? Quarter to 8:15, 8:30 p.m. Stephanie Fakir versus Ren Sinclair. Post-match with Perez, Jade and Giulia. Then we got Trick Williams, Kalani Jordan backstage, followed by Ashanti Adonis, Sean Spears and Brooks Jensen. This went down 4% to 700k, down 3% in the key demo. Quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. Oro Menza versus Lexi King, Cedric Alexander, Wes Lee, Axiom and Nathan Fraser with Wes Lee backstage. This went down 7% in viewership to 648,000 and 6% in the key demo to 250,000. Quarter 4, 8:45 to 9 p.m. Lash legend Jakara Jackson backstage promo. Then we got Nikita Lyons video, followed by Lyons versus Lola Face. This went down 3% again in viewership, with a slight increase, 1% in key demo. We're then going to quarter 5, top of the hour, didn't matter. It was Lyons versus Face, post-match with Jakara Jackson, Stephanie Fakir, Giulia, Ava, Fatal Influence backstage. We got Alexander and Evans, and then Rich Holland versus Riley Osborne, and this went down 2% again to 620,000, so an 11,000 loss between quarter 4 and quarter 5. That's not good, because normally we always see quarter 5 has an increase because it's the top of the hour, but in this case there was no increase, 2% down in viewership, 2% down in key demo, 11,000 lost in total. Quarter 6, again the loss continues, 3% down in viewership. It was Holland versus Osborne, post-match with Chase U, Andrew Chase returning, Tatum Paxley, Jakara Jackson backstage. Then Ashanti Adonis versus Brooke Jensen. This went down 3% again to 604,000 and 2% down in the key demo. So the numbers just keep getting lower and lower. We're then going to quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. You got the No Quarter Catch crew, you got Lexus King, you got the family backstage, and then you got Ethan Page versus Wes Lee versus Siobhan Evans. Again, down 5% in viewership to 572,000, the lowest rated quarter of the show, and down a whopping 12% in the key demo to 215,000. So a big 12% loss there. And I mean, this was really poor, and I don't know why, because you've got, well, I can tell you why. You've got the No Quarter Catch crew. I guess that's a good enough reason. You also had the family backstage in the beginning of the main event, but I just didn't draw for whatever reason. And then we're going to quarter 8, 9:45 to 10 p.m. Paige, Wes Lee, Siobhan Evans, triple threat match. Then we get a post-match with Trick Williams. This went up 6% to 607,000. And it went up 8% in the key demo to 233,000. And that's how we ended the show. 607,000 in viewership, 233,000 in the key demo.
It's just really poor though. I think you look at this and it's constantly going down from the get-go. And I know what I think that is. I think that's to do with the new network. Because previously when we've been doing NXT, I think they've been mainly consistent. They might have seemed like peaks in certain areas, but that's a bad look for CW. And this whole, oh, we're going to get 1 million viewers. Yeah, maybe something good would get 1 million viewers, but NXT... this is just going to be the new norm for me. And I mean, Ethan Page, man, it didn't work. Why is he winning? Why is he number 1 contender, man? Who cares about Ethan Page? No, seriously. You know what? There's actually more of a case for the guy just to go straight to the main roster than be in NXT. What is the fucking point of this guy who's
nobody cares about him on NXT? Let's send him to the main roster. What case is that?
The case is that I think the I'll tell you the case, right? Look at my fucking jobbers in the main roster, like Karrion Kross.
So let's add another one?
No, it makes more sense.
So let's add another one?
But why hold down the young talent?
So let's add what young talent?
On NXT? Fucking... Why can't other people have a shot here? What about the other guys in the match? Why couldn't they have one? Why's it got to be fucking Ethan Page? The guy sucks, man.
Oh, aye, because Wes Lee and Siobhan Evans are future main eventers. Like, they're the guys I want to see.
Oh, what Ethan Page is?
No, they're all fucking wank.
I know they are all wank, but my point is, Ethan Page has already won the belt. Who gives a fuck? Give it to someone else. Give it to the other two. I don't even like Wesley or Javon Evans. You know what I mean? But fucking, I don't get it. Don't understand. I mean, no, I do understand it because he's pals with fucking Cody Rhodes. That's why. Him and Ty Dillinger, and they all get fucking hoovered into NXT and big paychecks.
No, because Sean Spears is doing great, isn't he?
Aye, but they're there.
They are there.
That's my point. It's not. You know, they're just there fucking.
Cody Rhodes needs to go and fuck himself,
He
man.
does. I fucking can't stand the guy. Oh, he did that wee Spider-Man meme backstage with the four of them. They all pointed.
Who's making less money than they were now at AEW? You.
Tell you what, I've seen on Twitter that Cody Rhodes is getting outed as a Trump supporter. Can't confirm or deny if he is or not, but see if he is, all these fucking mentally challenged wrestling fans all fucking turn on him and it'll be brilliant.
He'll just pretend he's not.
Well, he might pretend that he's not, but I tell you what, man, I don't give a shit if he's fucking Kamala or Trump. The guy fucking sucks, man.
I wouldn't vote Cody Rhodes, that's for sure.
He could send a 10 million super chat into this channel, man. I'd still say his promos are wank.
Nah, if he sent me 10 million, I'd be on the.
Imagine.
I'd be on the Cody Rhodes payroll.
Imagine a super chat. And it was like $2,000. What do you want to talk about? Cody, hit me with it, Cody.
I'll talk to Cody Rhodes all night long, buddy. Anyway, guys, that's it. NXT numbers are going downtown. Not good. 639,000 after week 3. We'll see how they go next week. But at this rate, we might be seeing NXT numbers once again under 600k. And I honestly didn't think we were going to get that. I thought with the CW network, especially when they started so strong, just being under 900k, I thought, you know what, we'll get a drop off. But I'm expecting NXT to probably level out at around 700k, the mid 700s. But then after 2 weeks, they're already down at 639. And you're thinking, if the numbers can drop this fast, this quickly, this low, I mean, what's stopping it in a couple of months' time being at 550 or 500 if it's already at 639? So, yeah, concerning for NXT, guys, but who knows? Maybe in the future, maybe they'll just be like, well, you know what? Every week we're gonna have a guy for the main roster on NXT. Maybe that's what they'll do. Maybe that'll be their plan.
Yeah, but there's only certain guys that can draw. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. If they say, Karrion Kross and Paul Ellering's going to be on NXT next week, that'll probably lose you for. So.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, guys. That's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching, and peace.